Hello and welcome. My name is Debbie Anderson, and today I want to share with you what I feel is the problem with our society's current approach to weight loss and how I feel that we can do it differently for much better and longer lasting results. So let's go ahead and dive in. And I want to begin with the problem in the weight loss industry as it exists right now. So in 2010, the weight loss industry brought in over $60 billion. Yet obesity rates are on the rise, with a third of US adults considered obese and another third of them considered overweight. That means that 2/3 of adults in the US struggle with their weight. This tells me that something is off. People are spending a lot of money to lose weight and are either unsuccessful in losing that weight, or if they lose it, they gain it right back. And I feel that this is due to the fact that most weight loss programs focus solely on the physical level of health, the physical aspect of losing weight. They view losing weight as pure biology, and their answer is to simply eat fewer calories and exercise more. It sounds very simple, but for most people, this doesn't work. And so I want to introduce a totally different approach, because let me tell you something, carrying excess weight on your body is a symptom. And most of these programs are showing you ways to, just like pharmaceutical drugs, they're showing you ways to mask your symptoms. I want to show you how to get to the root of the problem so that you can heal yourself from that place. So let me share an example with you. The other day, I read this article in the New York Times. It's called The Fat Trap. And I don't know if you can read the byline there, but it says, "In the battle to lose weight and keep it off, our bodies are fighting against us." And I thought this was a really great article, but what came to me as I was reading it was this. What if our body is fighting against us because our mind is fighting against our body? What if our body is simply defending itself by fighting back? And so I shared this article on Facebook with the comment that you see here, which says, what if in weight loss, and all other diseases for that matter, we start co-creating our health with our body rather than believing the old story that we must fight against it? And this certainly has been my experience in my health, because I have learned that what I resist persists. The more I resist something that's going on with my body, the worse that thing gets. Our body is like a disobedient child. And ultimately, what I feel a disobedient child is acting out of is a need for more love, more compassion, more understanding. And I believe that these are the ways that we can heal our struggles with our weight. So I want to share with you this quote by Albert Einstein. He says, "The world we have created is a product of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking." To me, this quote really demonstrates the need to change our thinking if we want to create any kind of change in our life. And that's really where I'm coming from in this new approach to weight loss. To heal our bodies, first we have to realize that there are 4 levels to our health, not just one, 4. These levels are our physical health, our emotional health, our mental health, and our spiritual health. And so what I have done, and what I want to share with you today, is that I've created a course that is going to address all 4 of these levels of health and how they relate to the problem of holding extra weight on our body. In this course, we'll begin with the mental level of our health. And this is because, as Norman Cousins has said, belief becomes biology. What this means is that healing our thoughts, beliefs, and stories about our bodies is really the first step in healing our actual physical symptoms. Most of the ideas and beliefs that we have inherited from our society, from the media, tell us the story that our bodies are fat and ugly if they don't look like these tall, thin supermodels and actresses that we see in the magazines and on television. And so what we're going to do in this course is investigate these stories, or I would even call them the lies that we've been told. And we'll discover how our body reacts to these stories on a cellular level, and how these stories create stress in our body, which, by the way, has been shown in studies to contribute to weight gain. The next level of health, which we'll explore in the second week of this course, is our emotional health. On this level, we first want to understand that carrying excess weight on our bodies is caused by a deep fear, a need for protection or insulation, a feeling of being unsafe in the body. And so we're going to learn some tools for investigating these fears so that we can let go of them and once again learn to feel safe in our body. We'll also learn how to tune into our feelings, because we gain weight when we run away from our feelings or try to stuff our emotions with food. We'll learn how to read what our feelings are trying to tell us rather than trying to escape them. We'll explore the insecurity, the self-rejection, and the guilt that underlie the symptom of being overweight. And we'll shed some light on the ways that we use food addictively as a way of seeking fulfillment for our unmet emotional needs. Once we discover what these needs are, we'll be empowered to meet our emotional needs in a healthier way. In the third week of this course, that's where we'll explore the physical level of our health. And there's a reason that we're waiting until the third week for this, because it is so important to be in tune with the mental and emotional levels of our health first. These are the levels where we create the foundation for creating our external health. Through this foundation, we'll be ready to then raise our consciousness around the food that we eat. We'll be ready to listen to our body and how it feels after we eat certain foods. And through this knowledge, through this direct communication with our body, we'll start wanting to eat the foods that are actually good for us, that make us feel good. In this way, we'll be healing our relationship to what we consume, because instead of feeling guilt, we'll learn how to open up to gratitude and really receive the food that we are blessed with. We'll also learn how to make sure that we are receiving proper nourishment through our food in order to reduce cravings. And we'll explore the topic of exercise and how to make exercise fun. Exercise is a nourishing practice, and we'll learn how to make that commitment to spending time in your body through exercise, which, by the way, is much easier to do once you feel safe in your body. And then finally, in week 4 of this course, we're going to connect with the spiritual level of our health. And even though this may not be what you think of when you think of spiritual, but we're going to talk about the importance of pleasure. Pleasure is nourishment for your spirit. When your life is lacking in pleasure, that's when you'll be tempted to reach for sugar, which is the #1 culprit in gaining weight. And this is because sugar is an opiate. It dulls pain of all kinds, physical and emotional. To cut down on sugar, we need other ways to increase opiates in our brain and our bodies. Laughter, exercise, meditation, and sex all do this. That is a quote by Dr. Christian Northrup, who is an amazing pioneer in women's health. So we're going to look at ways to cultivate our creativity and our pleasure, which connect us to the present moment and to our divine source of inspiration, or our spirit. So now let's look at a little closer at how this course is going to be delivered. This course will include 4 modules. One module is meant to be completed per week. However, this course will be available to you forever, so you can always go back and revisit the modules. You can also take a little more time with it if you need to. Each module will include a video lesson similar to this one that will dive into the mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual aspects of losing weight and creating health with our body. We'll also include yogic practices that will help you cleanse and release toxins and provide nourishment to all levels of your being. And additionally, we will have a live Q&A call later in the week, so you can ask me your questions and I'll do my best to answer them. And you will also have access to our private Facebook group where we can share, interact, and support one another through this journey. So that is a look at what you can expect in this Yoga for Weight Loss course, which I have designed to help you create health and really transform your life from the inside out, the only true place where lasting transformation is possible. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you inside the course.